Welcome to the UK E-liquid Mixing Show. It is a Wednesday night and it's time for a bit of mixing. We have got our usual casters on, except from one, which is Bobo, which unfortunately couldn't make it tonight, but he will be back next week. So see you next week, Bobo. So we'll go around and see who we've got on first.
Wonder what he's doing.
Exactly. We have got our own mixing guru, which is Graham Net Reality.
Hello. Just going to put you off constantly.
I know, exactly. We have got the one and only The Chair, which is Kentucky Bill. We have also...
I know you people watching on the replay.
Replay. We've also got our own mixing detective, which is Liam Sherlock Holmes. So you got me, Benny Games. So if you are new to this channel, don't forget you can put any questions in the chat. Someone will get back to you. If not one of us, there's plenty of mixers in there that will answer you. Also, don't forget to look at the top. If you are on top chat, change it from twat chat to live chat. And also check out at the top, which is our sponsor, which is Best Sig Liquid. All good. Right. That was a public service announcement.
Vaping made easy.
Because I'm a bit loud.
I'm in one of those disruptive moods, I think.
Exactly. As vaping made easy, is vaping difficult, or it's how do you make it easy? It's
vaping's easy. You just put it in your mouth, press a button.
That's it, but that's what it says. bestsigliquid.co.uk. Vaping made easy.
Yeah. So I did say mixing, probably defective. Yeah, detective actually. So we will go around chat. We will put it on to Liam. His microphone's better than what it was on Saturday.
Yeah. He's blaming StreamYard, and it's the story, and he's sticking to it. Yeah.
I thought we used an old CB radio.
Yeah, no idea what was going on there. I'm sure it's something to do with StreamYard in my laptop or something, because it's exactly the same headphone I use every week on every other show.
Yeah, we didn't want to tell you it sounds shit.
Well, yeah. Everybody did in chat, so it's okay.
Do you want to go down chat and
yep,
for us?
So in chat tonight we have Graham Mabley, Frankenmiser, Graham, Vapor Queen Becky, Freeride Vapor, Zagnatius Hillary Zogley, Rajit Van Mahid, Graham Spears, Craig Brown, Jackson Vape Reviews, Fee, Leander Mangan, Black Country Vapor, Live Lounge Liquids, Kevin Reed, Scott Morrison, Dion78, Chunk Meister, Hooked on Funk,
Funky Fucker,
Shrek Vape Reviews, Stuart Valentine, Rocky Tooney, Mr. Anderson.
Mr. Anderson.
And I think, and DIY Down Under, and Mark H. Did I mention Freeride Vapor?
Well, if you didn't, you have that.
Yesterday.
Pippa.
Happy birthday for yesterday.
Pippa's in. Leo Berry. Proper Coils.
Proper Coils.
If you want 10% off, you can use Late Night Vape Show or Little Bro Vapes or Flat Cap Vapor or
Late Night Vape Show 10.
Yeah, 10% off at Proper Coils.
Late Night Vape Show 10. Yeah.
So we will do a quick. Bill will like, shall we miss buffet? I like a buffet.
Well, me and Bill are on strike for buffet.
You're on strike.
Yeah.
Well, no, what we do is what we'll do on this buffet is you hold it up and someone else has to tell chat what mods and what.
All right, that'll do. That'll do. Go on then. So you start then, Bill.
He's still getting his buffet. Pioneer with the pioneer.
No.
With Bill's nuts.
No. It's the Paramore.
Girls mod
with the Raptor and Shug Phil car. Boy, I'll tell you what, I hold that same thing up about every week for the last month. No one pays any attention. I tried to tell you.
See, that's why you got to remind us every week, because we don't pay attention.
And this is the Evil Dildo with the Arbiter. And in that, I have Bury My Breakfast. And this is the Cold Steel with the Peacemaker. And on the Cold Steel, I have Bill's Nuts. And they're not shriveled.
Bit of Bill's
with
nuts.
Bill caved in the strike, didn't he? He didn't last very long. Not going to do it. We're going to strike. Look at him.
I'll pass it over to Graham.
I'll pass it over to Liam.
Liam, pass it back to Graham.
I'll pass it over to Graham.
Okay, I've got that old gift. I'll cave. I've got the. What have I got?
The Minikin 2.
With a blank.
With a 3. With a.
Blank.
Hadley.
Oh, the
I
Hadley. Oh, yeah, that's right. You broke the blank, didn't you?
I think so. Yeah, I've got it on here. It's bouncing. It's bouncing up and down with the.
With a beat.
The ohms are bouncing up and down. You press it once, it's 37. Press it again, it's 56. Press it again, and I've tried everything, and it's just.
Have you checked the pin at the bottom? Is it tight?
Did you take it
I
totally
took
apart?
it apart and put it in the vibrating thing with water in, and cleaned it all out and put it all back together. But I don't think I took the pin out now. I'll try that. I'll try that next. And also, I've got the Barrage with the Minikin 2. And in those, I've got, I don't know what I've got in those. Two things I can't say that I've got in because they're secret. And,
one of them, right?
yeah,
Can't
oh yeah, I can say one of them. I've got a lemon pocket in one of them, which is a lemon yogurt. And I've got, what else have I got in there? I put it to the side. Anyway, Liam.
I agree, Pippa. The Peacemaker is if wicked properly, probably the best flavor RTA out there.
Right, so I am on. Bet you can't guess what this one is.
It's the Jump.
It's the Tesla Invader 3 with the Profile 1.5. See, same one I have every single week, and normally I only have this one.
That one looks different though. That you don't
put a
normally have
sticker
that
on it.
picture. Or you usually show the other side.
Normally show the other side or possibly.
Okay, that's what threw me off. It's the other side. Yeah.
And in that I have some Sheila O's, which is Fruit Loops and cream. And I also have the V-Stick in 530 with the Profile 1.5. And in that, I have some Hawaii fried dough, which is a pina colada donut that I'm testing out.
Pina colada donut.
Yeah, I thought I'd be a little bit different. And
How is that Hawaiian? Is the pina colada supposed to be a Hawaiian thing or something?
No, it's the fried dough. They have like their own donuts in Hawaii.
It seemed like you put spam in it if it's from Hawaii.
And
Spam and eggs, spam and beans.
Spam? That's like the national meat in Hawaii. Spam is.
yeah, spam, yeah. And I also have the Famo Vape Magma Box with the Bonza RDA on top. And in that, I have some No S'mores. It's basically marshmallow and graham cracker.
Without the chocolate.
Without the chocolate.
Chocolate. But it has got a little bit of that campfire taste to it as well.
So it's not a s'mores then.
Well,
Nope,
not
that's-
without the chocolate.
Well, he's
No,
had his waterfalls.
That's why I said it's called. That's why I said it's called No S'more.
Yeah.
All right.
How'd you get the campfire taste? What'd you do? Burn the marshmallow?
Toasted
FA Black
marshmallow.
Fire. It's got 2 drops of FA Black Fire in it.
Ah. Spam, 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 spam.
Pass it to Benny.
And over to Benny.
Oh, you're supposed to pass it to me.
Yeah, pass it. Yeah, pass it to Bill. So I'm on with a.
All right, yeah.
So it's
Go to
the
bottle, Benny.
Aegis Solo, I think it is, with the ether on top, and in that I have got some Best Sig liquids, and this one is French Vanilla Bourbon, which is quite nice actually. Also on the Deco with the Arbiter And in that, I've got Super Good number 2, which is... Do you know, this is what I hate about 100ml bottles when you squeeze them. You end up like that.
Yeah.
And battered. In that is jam biscuit, which is quite good. So, yeah, so that is me. That is all I'm vaping on.
That arbiter is nice, isn't it?
Say that again, sorry?
Said that arbiter is nice. I like that.
Yeah, sometimes I find if you don't, you've got to wick it sometimes it takes me 2 goes to wick it sometimes. Because if you pack too much in it, it dries like hell. If you...
I've never had a dry hit on it.
No, I have. And if you don't put enough in it, then it floods. So it's a bit... You've got to get it bang on.
I've just been lucky, I guess, so far on the wicks, but... I have that problem with the Peacemaker. The Peacemaker can be a BIOATCH or however you spell that word. And ask Mick. He was ready to throw his out the window a few times, but when you do,
he's got it now, though, hasn't he?
Good. Yeah.
Right. We did have a question in chat. Ramma, he's vaping on DIY orange, mango, and pineapple.
Yeah.
Bill is the king of mangoes. He loves mangoes. If you look on thing, it does say mangoes smell like piss.
3 wrongs don't make a right. I don't like mango. I don't like pineapple. And what was the other one? I didn't like it either. I don't even remember what it was.
And I think someone asked me, have I got the lemon curd out yet? No, I've still left it. I haven't cracked it open yet. That will be cracked open next week. So that'll be 2 weeks that I've left that. So I'll be cracking that open next week. I've had a little knuckle test to see them, and it does taste really, really nice. So I'll be trying that next week. We had a question from Gay Sci-Fi Guy. Does anyone know what to do with a flavour that's nice, but I'm guessing that's nauseating? I don't really get what he means.
Super sweet.
You're just going to say in the chat.
Yeah, I'm assuming it tastes really nice, but it's really rich or really strong on flavour, so making you feel sick. So it could either be the nicotine amount.
Yeah.
So if you're mixing your own, you've got a possible hot spot there. So you're actually vaping a lot more nicotine than you're expecting. Could be that the nicotine is starting to get a little bit bad. It normally gets peppery though. It doesn't normally make you feel sick. Or it could just be that it's slightly over-flavoured, so maybe a little bit of diluting.
It could be that he's vaping too much. You get nicks.
I found that basically I had a similar problem, not exactly the same, but with the berries, where I had used the berry my breakfast in this. It was really good, but it was hitting so hard in the throat. Yeah, berries do that to me a lot. And Graham had basically was sitting, we were in Zoom together, and he was like, pear, throw some pear in it and kind of calm that harsh
it off a little bit.
Harshness, and it worked, so.
Surprised.
Yeah, Mr. Anderson.
Yeah, I'm surprised Graham told me something that worked.
So yeah, you could do that. You could dilute it down. There's a couple of bits that you could do there. Put something else in it just to round it off a little bit. Just smooth it out.
Yeah, I mean, if all those fail, it sounds like it's just maybe not for you. There might even just be a flavour in there that's just upsetting you a little bit.
Give it to somebody you don't like.
Leo Barry's vaping on Freshie's Swaggy in the Sun, all VSO. Delightful with a coconut sub.
Coconut, man, y'all keep naming off names that stuff I don't like. I'm gonna have to make a list of stuff that I don't like and put it on the wall or something. So
Graham Kevin B saying, if you're using a single coil in a dual coil idea, check the screws are screwed in on the empty side and not touching the cap.
Oh yeah, no, that was the first thing I looked at. I thought I sorted it, but no.
See if there's anything else coming in here.
Where's
Zip
Bobo
is in.
tonight? Mark H said. He's not here.
That's got him.
I've got all the cool gear in there to match. No, I need an haircut. I need an haircut.
I need one.
Yeah, it's Geek Vape things. Next, Up saying Geek Vape is still working in my hands only because I've got a mouth to lung on it.
And Craig says, I want to make a Swedish fish. What do I need? Get some Swedes, get some fish.
Some Swedish fish. Is it Capella?
Yeah, 27 fish
That's it.
would probably be a really good start for that. You could try it on its own at around about, I believe it's a silver lime flavor, so around about 7-8% on its own.
I find
And
it quite harsh, that Swedish fish. I always switch to 27 bears.
I normally use the 27 bears in my mix if I want a gummy.
Why is it 27 bears? Is that like a not 28 or 26?
I have no idea.
Just because I got an handful, I counted 27.
Is it like, is 27 bears like the name of something significant, or is that just they just came up with? Okay.
26 was almost there, not quite.
Yeah,
And they hit
I
on
mean,
the 27th.
You know, even numbers sometimes will sell better. I think.
Yeah, it's to catch the eye. 27.
Yeah.
0.9.
0.9.
Stuart Dill's just saying that he's ordered the Midas from Zeus Juice. Just be careful. The Midas is very, very, very sweet. I've done a review on that. It will wreck your coils if you're using it in a stock coil. So it will wreck them in really, really quick. A couple of days and you'll be goosed on a stock coil. So don't use it. My advice is don't use it on a stock coil because it is really, really sweet.
Rocky Tooney says 27 fish with red raspberry, the cult.
With the Colt.
You don't need to swear at him.
Anyway, Wonder Flavors is the new Colt. Yeah, so yesterday.
So yesterday, yeah, Wonder Flavors, yeah. So yeah, so they could get, like I say, you can get the Swedish fish, and like I was saying, put something else in with it. You know, I've never had Swedish fish, so I don't think we do them here, do we?
I don't think so.
I've never seen 20 Swedish fish, but it could just be that we're eating them just under a completely different name.
I think they are. I'd like to say are they a gummy fish?
Yeah, they're a gummy. Yeah, like I've seen them at the grocery. I've never bought any or anything, but believe it or not, here's a kicker. Don't tell anyone this, but when you go to the grocery and you get those bags of dried mango, like the Philippine mango, the dried ones that are basically like, you know, you stick in your mouth and they're like a pound of sugar. I love them things. Why can't they, you know, vape wise, mango is horrible, but like those things I could eat all day. Except you gain 5 pounds for every one you eat because I think it's nothing but pure sugar. You know.
As Zippy saying, it's just a gummy candy. And Leo Barry saying, he's used 27 fish with red berries and 27 bears with pineapple. So, yeah, you've got them there. It's usually such. I think they're like an Haribo. I'm guessing like an Haribo thing.
Yeah.
Get them
Sounds very
around
much like
Christmas time, hooked on funk. Their tangerines are usually sweet and juicy right around Christmas. If you're looking for a juicy, sweet tangerine there.
Find them in the bottom of your Christmas sack. That sounded wrong.
I don't know, vape wise.
Christmas stocking. That's the one I was.
Orange. I don't do that on vape.
The Capella
Sweet,
sweet
juicy.
tangerine, is it?
Yeah.
That's the decent one. I like the SSA tangerine. The SSA tangerine was quite nice.
I never know the difference between tangerine. I know the size of tangerine and orange, and the tangerine is a little bit sweeter. I never get a Satsuma either. I don't know.
There's tangerine, Satsuma, and clementines. And every time you go to the supermarkets, it's clementines, and I'm like, I don't want that. I want a Satsuma. But I'm like, I don't really know what the difference is, but I want a Satsuma, not a clementine.
So
I thought clementine was just a brand name of tangerines. I don't even know something different.
One's got a waxy skin, other one's got a rubbery skin.
The clementines are really, really kind of small and
tight.
Yeah.
And
So are tangerines kind of, and then all wrinkly on the outside, and then on the inside they're like little strings attached You can knit a sweater with the parts that you still have left over after you get done eating the insect. Yeah.
Simon Townsend said strawberry licorice. So I'm guessing that might be a 27 fish. I don't know.
If it's like a strawberry licorice, TFA strawberry licorice is really nice. It's TFA red licorice, I think it's called.
All right, yeah, I don't
That's
like
actually
licorice,
a really
so-
nice one. Oh no, it's not. It's not actually licorice flavored.
All right.
You know,
No.
you know how you used to get like the red shoelaces.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's that basically.
Yeah.
Right.
Twisters. It's like Twisters red ones. They're not really licorice. Yeah.
That's why. Oh, it says licorice in it. I don't get it.
Yeah. If it's a red, I can, because they take that nasty licoricey flavor out. Yeah. Yeah.
No, I'm not a licorice person. Craig Brown saying, just bought apple candy by 1-on-1. Any ideas of mixing percentage?
Which one was it?
Apple candy,
candy.
1-on-1.
Oh no, I've not got that one.
No, I ain't got it. I would start off low, 2%.
Is it on, anybody mixed it for an average on ELR or anything? Or?
Yeah, I was going to say, have a look on ELR and see if it's on there.
Yeah, kind of like Bill's nuts, Zippy. Yeah. Kind
See if I
of
can
wrinkly
correct
with stringy on the inside. Yeah.
Stuart Valentine saying, when trying a single flavour, what percentage I usually start around about 2%. And see. Sometimes I don't see, you just bang it in a mix and see what comes out like, to be honest with you. But
When I'm single flavour testing, I always smell them first. And depending on how strong it smells, then determines what percentage I mix it at. If it smells really strong, then it starts off quite low, like 0.5, 1%. And if you can actually smell it and not get a lot off it, then you're looking at 7 to 10% on that one normally for me.
yeah, that's
Single
why I
flavours.
said on Follow Your Nose. If you see the title of the show, because that's what I was going to ask you. Do you do that by smelling it and have a smell and think, oh, well, I'll put that in about 5, or do you start off, just testing it at 2% and work your way up?
Not always. No, I followed my nose on the orange creamsicle because it smelled just like an orange creamsicle, and it was
Ruined you, didn't it?
Yeah. Sometimes you cannot follow your nose on a vape. It smells really good and tastes really caca or poo poo or.
Graham,
I
have you got a
know
blackjack
direction,
steeping? Sorry.
which is Bobo, right?
I goes off to bed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't wink. I'm just like, ah.
Oh, that is
The
yeah,
only
just
thing
for
is-
change his name. It's no direction, in it.
Well, wording it that way here before I fuck off to bed. If you say that in the States, it sounds a little like we know what you're going to be doing.
yeah.
It seems like people are using that apple candy by 1-on-1 at 5%. The median is 3. So I try it at 2.5.
Yeah, he's saying that he tried it at 5, but he's very muted.
That could be because it might be too high.
Yeah, I was just about to say, is it too high at 5? And it, like say, medium's about 3. So is that why he's saying it's muted?
Yeah, sometimes if you push the flavors up too high, they can start muting themselves.
Mm.
Yeah, we know it, you Bobo.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't know. I won't look at it. I'm like, oh, yeah, it is. This is a new account, isn't it? Gay Sci-Fi Guy says, when I mix, I add a drop to VG and drip it to make sure it isn't vile.
I can normally tell on the back of a hand test. But I always test on the back of the hand and just test it and stuff like that.
Yeah, and then we get that chemical taste.
If you go like that, use it low.
Yeah. Yeah, I usually do that. So last week we was talking about, if you want to go over, we're looking at chef's flavors. A lot of things are back in stock on the one shots because we were showing them last week, and a lot of the people's one shots were out of stock. So if you go over now over at chef's and have a look for the one shots on the list that we're doing, everybody's back. Is everybody back in stock?
Yeah, as far as I know, everybody is back in stock now. Some more expected, I believe. But I think those ones are new ones that they're adding on.
Is
Hello,
Fresho's
Bubba.
flavour on Earth?
I shall check now.
Fantastic or something like that.
Graham Maberly, you need to rethink that. You do not wish Zippy was your wife. Trust me.
So we'll see you next week, Bobo. Bye.
Hey.
So yeah, I went on and I bought. I tell you, because I went on and bought some one shots to try them out on different ones. So I went for Nevins because, like I say, a lot of them were out of stock when I went. So we have got, which he's not in. If he pops in, I'll play his bumper. But he's not in. But I got Manchester Tart to give that a try.
Epic.
I've also got his All White Tweakle to give that a shot. And then I also went on to Liam's and I didn't tell him what I was going to get. So I picked up
I'm
is
a
it
what?
Kokomut Supreme or whatever it's called?
Yeah, Cocomel Supreme.
Kokomilk Supreme. So that's what I picked up, Liam. So I will be mixing that up and trying that out, and I will. How long is keeping that? So it doesn't say.
7 days.
7
And we
days.
want to
So
score
I'll
out
mix.
of 10.
You want to say that again?
We want to score out of 10.
Oh, you'll get a score
So
out of 10.
if
Don't
you
worry about
mix
that.
it right now and you try it at the 37-minute mark of next week's show, that'll be exactly 7 days.
Exactly. So yes, so I have got them to pick. We will report him back next week because I will mix these up later on, and then I will let you all know what they're like for next week's show. So yeah, so that's what I picked up from them. But everybody else, it went up to everybody else. A lot of them were out of stock, so I didn't pick any of Tams up or Zippies. I was going to get Egg Tart. That is now back in stock from Liam. But like I say, nearly everybody's were out of stock or people that I wanted. So I was a bit like,
Yeah, they've all been topped up now. I just had a look for Fresh's new one. Fresh's new one isn't on there, but it is available on DIY Flavor Chaser. I'm not sure whether it's going to be in stock at Chef's, whether they picked it up in the last lot or whether they may pick her up in future. I'm not sure. But Zippy's in the chat, so we can always harass Zippy to ask her.
Harass Zippy.
Cocomel is the bomb, so don't do it. It's a boom. We have delivered you a boom.
Boom. Delivery.
A what? A boom.
Stuart Valentine's brought up something. He's saying, I found I have to use 15% to start with. Does this mean my supplies water my concentrates down? So if you let us know what they are, what concentrates you've got, we can sort of judge it from there. So if you tell us what concentrates you're using, because it could be that you're actually using a one shot and not realizing it, you know,
Or you may need to get a tongue transplant.
yeah. So yeah, let us know what concentrates you're actually using, and we'll sort of can judge it from there. So it depends where you're getting your concentrates from as well. You know,
Zippy said you didn't get her FU Manchu.
I was going to get Fu Manchu, but we're out of stock.
Oh, it's FU Manchu. It's not Fu Manchu.
Yeah, sometimes a lot of like flavor concentrates, if they're close to the sell-by date, some of them can lose the flavor as well.
Yeah, Zippy, I was going to get, Fu Manchu, but it was out of stock, so I couldn't get it. I did look. That did pique my interest, but...
Yeah, Zippy has to work harder.
Exactly, send them over a bit quicker.
Take care, Jackson.
See you later, Jackson. Cheers for dropping in, buddy.
Thanks, Jackson.
Big love. He's had a bit of a rough week, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
He had to have his dog put down, and
Mm.
yeah, bit of
Never
a rough
good.
week for the lads. So stay safe, buddy. So what we was talking about earlier was looking at where people's palates have changed over the years. So we're going to have a look at ALR and see what the top recipes were, and then sort of judge it from there. Because, like I say, as it goes on now, from when I was first vaping, like I say, it was just single flavour. You just got a strawberry, and that's what I was vaping on. And then you sort of opened up the world of, you know, like your mother's milk and that lot. So it's just see what weights chance, because a lot of things now have gone with ice into them, you know, since WS23's comes in.
I think you might find as well that the mixing percentages have probably come down a lot from what they were.
But the flavorings have gotten a lot stronger than what they were. So
yeah, but the devices we're using are much better as well.
Yeah. Yeah, it coils, devices, everything has gotten a whole lot better, and the flavorings have dropped some for that reason. And see, with me, when I first started, the thing that I used to do was the Fireball, the cinnamon Fireball stuff. You know, I got hooked on that shit, and I couldn't vape nothing else because I had vaped that shit so much that my tongue just became immune to everything else in the world. You'd have to actually stop 30 minutes before a meal. You couldn't vape, or you couldn't taste the food you were eating. You know, it was like cinnamon just, and I was doing it, and then a guy caught me because he's like,
I see someone's here.
Nick's in.
He's in. Wait a second then.
Nick is in. Just say I'm famous. Well, we haven't better.
Trust me, I know I'm good at this stuff.
If Benny can find it.
It's on. It's done. It's gone.
It's done.
I haven't seen it yet. But
so there's your bumper. The famous Nick Evans.
Now it's playing.
See you later, Zippy. Drive back safely.
Safe trip, Zippy. See you later.
Yeah, Graham Mabley saying I hates ice. A lot of people do. I don't particularly like not what's not ice one, the what they used to put in before. Coolada. Coolada. I don't like Coolada.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that don't like that. I'm not keen on the Coolada. It's got a little bit of a chemically type taste to it.
Yeah, it's not that. I don't mind WS23, but I don't like Coolada at all.
WS23 I can't do above using a 30% dilution. I can't use it above 0.5%. Otherwise, it just makes me cough like mad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tried to do a raspberry slushy one time and used WS23. It's the only time I've tried to use it. I used it at like, I think 0.1, and it was like, no.
For me, I'm different. WS23 at 30%. I use it at 0.75, and that's the sweet spot for me. I really like it at that point. That's
yeah. Like I said, I don't 0.5%. I don't mind, but some of them go over the top with it, and I think, oh god, that's really, really cold.
I saw someone in one of the groups a while back saying that they'll happily use WS23 30% of 5%.
Oh,
I'm thinking that's just, how do you even taste the juice? That's just far too cold.
I was never a menthol smoker either. I could never do the menthol. You know, I didn't care for them, and I don't care for the coolants and vape. I think, to me, I just associate those two things together, and it's no.
Yeah, I never liked menthols either. It was like smoking with a polo in your mouth.
Do you know what gets me though is when they do an ice cream. Why do people think that you've got to do an ice cream and put WS23 in it?
Because it's supposed to be cold. It's ice cream.
Yeah, but
well, what about ice creams? Would you put WS23 in an ice cream?
I wouldn't know. No.
No, it's
even Liquid Barn vanilla. Your favorite, Benny?
Yeah, that's cracking. That's the best ice cream you can get out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Live Lounge is saying Coolada and anything mint, WS23 and anything else.
I don't know. Coolada was the first thing that coolant I had. I really didn't like it, so I ended up with WS23 and went, no, that's what I'm after. But I like the Polar Blast as well, where everybody else goes, no, I don't like that.
Yeah. Do you know, he said, get the crystals out. I don't know what I did with them, to be honest with you. I had them menthol crystals. I have not got a clue where I put them. Yeah, I know. I understand it's just cream. I do understand it's just cream, but I don't... Yeah.
Dick's got a point there. He said the problem with that is you lose some of the dairy, you know.
Yeah, I do. I just don't think it tastes. You know, I know it's supposed to be cold and all that, but it doesn't taste very cold ice
Well,
cream.
Graham, with WS23, basically from what I was told and what I kind of found as I did when I did use it was you definitely have to let that go at least 72 hours before you touch it. You do not want to do WS23 in anything off the shake because it did chemical the first couple 3 days.
I tend to leave it for about 4 or 5 days with WS23.
Yeah, the chemical part will be there early on when you're using it. Yeah.
Stuart should put in, for anyone interested, real flavours are on sale at Rainbow Vapes for 60p. I did notice that someone put on Twitter that they'd bought some Colonel Black for £1 because it was coming up to its sell-by date. They're selling quite a lot of stuff off because it's coming up to sell-by dates and they haven't got rid of it. So if you do go over at Rainbow Vapes, you might find some stuff that's just coming up to sell-by date on the one-shots. So go over and have a look. It's worth a try.
Zippy's saying to use some frosting, like Wonder Flavors buttercream frosting. Wonder Flavors, the cult. Yeah,
it's pepper. Yeah, that would work really well because it'll actually give you the mouthfeel that you'd get from those little ice crystals without the actual ice.
Yeah, like I say, I just don't get that thing. Yeah, Nick saying, whatever you do, don't spill WS23 on your hands and go for pee. Ask, what is it about that?
Scott saying, which brand of concentrates do you recommend? I've been using Puzzled Vape and Premium Flavor Concentrates. Are there better brands? I've
never heard of Puzzled Vape.
No.
And I've never heard of Premium Flavor Concentrate. So, yeah, I would. You might find that they're a bit like what I used when I first originally got them, which was Vaparos or something they were called. And they're not that. They're not. They're really hard to mix with.
Flavor King when I started, and I was like,
"I got you all
beat." I did the ELR, and nothing comes up, and you're like, "Oh, okay."
Started with Liquid Barn flavors, and you don't want to do that either.
Vape Train's quite good. Good range. We've had this conversation with which kind of flavor concentrate company. I keep on swinging all over the place with it.
Yeah, I think it comes down to, I think Flavor West is really good with fruits.
It's also good to start with because there's a lot of good concentrates in there, and
they're
pretty cheap way of starting.
Yeah, and they're pretty forgiving flavors too.
Yeah, but now to me, Wonder Flavors has some really good bakery flavors and stuff, but Flavor West, I go more fruits. Flavor West, I go more bakery. Wonder Flavors, I go, and then with like Flavor or Capella, it just depends. They're all good. You know, Flavor costs a little more, but generally,
Flavor West is usually like your candies because they're quite big for your candies, aren't they? Flavor West.
Yeah.
I don't know if you'd want to be associated with Flavor King, to be honest, Nick. Considering Graham was just saying it's not great.
They think they're good, but you end up tasting them and they're really cheap and nasty.
Yeah, just going back to Stuart Valentini's which whatever. He's saying he's been using TFA, CAP, and FA.
FA should be on the stronger side, so you shouldn't have to push those up. TFA and Capella, I can sort of see them being pushed up, but normally they're around about the 5% mark in mixes, if not a little bit lower.
And maybe if you're doing like a 15%, you just may be overloading stuff so much that you basically, sometimes you find a sweet spot and different things that if you get too much, you lose it. And if you don't have enough, you lose it. You got to find that sweet spot in the middle.
Jumpmeister says, doesn't anyone use spare WS23 for lube? I think that's what they put in that tingle from Durex.
Liam Dovey said he made a boo-boo with WS23 and put 25 mil in a 120 mil bottle in it. Ain't nice.
Oh, I bet it ain't. All right, see you later, guys. Bye. Thanks for dropping in.
Nick was saying the same as Graham. VTM when the flavour's better across the board, but a bit more expensive. And I agree with that as well. But I mean, there's nothing wrong with FA, Capella, or any of those. They've all got their really good flavours.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree, Kevin. I mean, sometimes you can. If you use too much, you flatten it pretty much. It's you think, you know, and especially when you get into new mixing, you think, oh, I really like this and I'm going to put a lot of it in. And this I'll put a little bit and this a little bit, but this I really like, I'll put in 10% or something. And that's like, it doesn't work that way with flavors.
Occasionally as well, when if you look at some of the TFA flavors and the percentages we actually use them, if you go on the TFA site itself, their percentages are far higher than what we actually use them.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I was just about to say when we were on about ELR. If we have a look on there, if you've got it up, Graham, the older recipes on there, you'll find that TFA and all that, look, they used to push them up so high.
Yeah. But that's what we were talking about earlier, though. The coils, the tanks and stuff weren't as good. You had to push the stuff up high to get the flavor. Once you got better tanks, coils, and whatever, then you were able to actually taste some of the stuff without having to use such a high percentage. And Nick's being a dick. Which,
I was just about to say that's just pure evil.
yeah, right. Yeah.
FA corn.
Yeah.
So what have you been up to, guys? Have you been doing any mixing this week?
No.
Well, you did 14 last week, so...
I'm making a thing.
I'm trying to vape what I have to get it down so I can mix some stuff. I keep looking at my flavors and I really want to mix something, but I've got myself to a point to where I am not allowing me to mix anything until I vape what the hell I've got.
Yeah, I'm in a bit of a clear out mode as well. I've been trying to vape stuff and get rid of it and just...
Upton Funk saying cactus makes it moist. It does make it moist. Put a bit of cactus in it. So Mullenberry. I think what's other? Would it inaware cactus that I've used
under 0.25%.
Yeah.
Push it any higher, it starts changing the flavor.
Yeah.
Even at 0.25%, 0.2.
Yeah, like I say, I have used cactus to make it a little bit more moist.
Moist.
So it's
I did make a chocolate bunny for Easter, but I made it on Easter Day and I haven't actually tasted it yet.
Oh, well, crack it out, see what it's like.
Chocolate caramel bunny. I need my glasses.
Yes, I know, Nick. I do.
I'm in the same boat as Bill and Graham. I've got 3 liters of experimental recipes that I should be trying before I go making any more.
Yeah,
I've got a ton of stuff I want to try that I haven't even used, that I haven't cracked the top off the flavoring on. But I don't just want to keep adding bottles to the bottles I already have.
Yeah, I've got a lot that I am, because it's having time at the moment. We work and, do reviews now. I've not had time to actually sit down and do a little bit.
I've got time. I've sat here and looked at them and I come real close to reaching over and grabbing a couple because they're right there within arm's reach, because it's like there's something in there that says, ooh, that with that and that. Oh, that sounds really good. But the thing is, then you turn back around, you look at the desk and there's 5 100 ml bottles sitting here and you're like, I like all of those. And if I add another one that's good, I'm just going to have 6 bottles sitting here.
Yeah. So, Graham saying that he loves a bit of cactus in his fruits. Does anybody else use cactus in their fruits?
Yeah, I use it quite often. I actually have switched over to cucumber. Especially, somebody asked a question on milking and juice, that question. And if you do using a pulpy kind of fruit and stuff like that, use cucumber at a low percentage. If you're using citrus, go for the cactus.
Yeah, I normally go for cucumber with melons, and I'll throw a bit of either cactus or pear for the others.
Pear's got a little more of a sweet than cactus, though, right?
Yeah, I normally use a little bit of pear just to sweeten it up a little bit, as well as making it a bit, making that mouthfeel just a little bit wetter.
How about sweetener? Do you use? I haven't used sweetener. I haven't used any sweetener in a vape that I've made since probably September of last year.
I'll use sweetener if I think the recipe needs it. If it feels like it's lacking a little something.
Everything I vape is sweet, though. It all tastes really sweet to me, but it could be kind of like, I know people who used to drink regular Coke and then they went to Diet Coke and now they're like, I can't drink regular. It tastes like it's just got, way too much.
Yeah, I don't use a lot. I don't have sweetener in my foods. The only thing I have sweetener in is coffee now, but every now and again I will put a bit of sweetener into a recipe if I feel like it needs it, especially if I'm doing a candy profile.
I have about 3 or 4 teaspoons of sugar in my coffee, but I can't find it in my vape.
I have two in my coffee, but I found out just a few days ago when I went to the
not tablespoons.
I'm overweight.
About a leveled off tablespoon I'll have in the coffee. It's about 3 or 4, isn't it?
Do you all have that stupid thing there? We have it here.
Diabetes.
You go to I went to the doctor and I'm like almost 6 foot. And here for you all, it's not a make it up, but I weigh 205. And basically they put me down as overweight. I'm supposed to weigh 178. And it's like, I didn't make obese. You have to get to 230 to get to obese. And extremely obese, you have to be like 270 or something. But I'm overweight. And I'm thinking, I don't know anybody that's 6 foot, 170 something. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I get it when I go to doctors and they say that. I get on the scale and it's like...
Yeah, it's like your body index or your whatever that they come up with. And I don't know who come up with this index number, but the damn thing is like ridiculous.
Well, for 5'9", I should be 12 stone.
Yeah.
If I were 12 stone, I'll look anorexic.
Yeah, and that's the same here. It's like, that's probably about the same thing, I guess. For 6 foot, you'd be what, 13 or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. So could you imagine 6 foot and 13 stone? It's like, no.
Yeah, Kevin Reed says 6 bottles. Well, that's first month mixer. And Nick Spotty says he used to use it in the day to get that moist feel, but it feels, and Liam don't like that word moist.
Okay, we have a way to make vapes moist. Is there something you can put in them to dry them up?
Yeah, one-on-one powdered sugar works quite well to do that.
Does it?
Yeah, that can if you pair it up with creams and things like that, you can actually dry it up a little bit. I know Dean Taylor El Vaporino has used powdered sugar a couple of times in his mixes just to dry them up a little bit.
So there are actually times you think you'd want to dry something up.
Well, we did that in the golden nuggets, didn't we? We were going to put sugar in, but we decided with powder sugar instead.
Yeah.
Oh, we got the mention of the golden nuggets.
Golden nuggets.
Golden nuggets thing. Live Amazon is saying yes to melon and cucumber. And Kevin Reed said if he needs it, he needs it. And it's Live Lamb saying blackberry blossom. Have you used blackberry blossom?
No, I haven't used that.
I haven't used any blossom things. Not really a flower sort of thing, but
I hate floral. Yeah.
I got what was it, ozone the other day. I thought, I'll try and get some flowery stuff, and I got some ozone, I got some other stuff as well, and tasted it on the back of the hand. I actually did a tester mix, and I went, oh my God, what do I use this in? I have no idea what to use this in.
What all that, Bill?
I had turned a fan on. It was like 80 degrees here today. The sun's out. It's baking.
Oh mate, it's bloody freezing here. We had
for you alls, it'd be like 25 here today.
Yesterday we had sleet, snow, hail, sun.
I've been getting some sun the last couple of days. I played
to chug my stuff.
Days, so
I had to turn the heating up to 12 today.
No.
Ooh, pushing the boat out.
I
At
could
12.
put the
I
air
know.
conditioning on today with no problem whatsoever. It's that warm here. The AC may come on here when the show's over because it is warm in the house.
Graham Abley says Convicted Vapes came out with one of the first cucumber vapes on Primaland. I've actually got a cucumber vape that I did a review on. Surprisingly, it wasn't too bad, but I didn't finish it. It came out 120 ml bottle. I haven't finished the 120 ml bottle because after about 4 or 5 days of it, I'm just sick of the taste of it. So, and that was just cucumber.
Chunk, take care.
Yeah, see you later, buddy.
Is there anything more fresh than Flavor Art Lemon Sicily?
A fresh lemon.
I don't do lemon, so I can't.
The Wonder Flavors Cedro or Cedro tastes a lot like a sweet fresh lemon to me. Vape Train Sour Lemon is pretty good as well.
Express flavors. That's more of a sharp.
I find that more candy-like than fresh, but that could just be my taste buds.
We'll send them over. If you
I
we'll send
found
them
the
over.
sour lemon more candy and the express lemon more more kind of accurate. You could always go with Meadows and Flour, which if you want to buy it off me, I'll send you $20
$20 and he'll send
$20
20
for.
pounds, 20 quid, whatever.
I've actually started using this quite a bit, and it's just the smell and the accuracy is just amazing.
And how much was that?
25 for 15 mils.
Wow.
But you're using it at 0.2.
It's still a
But
bit
I still feel like I could have got some flavor of this, this and made a whole juice.
Mr. Anderson says, I picked up VTA Caramel Mocha. Is it good enough to single flavor or any advice on what to add?
What are you trying to make?
Well, he wants to know, is it good as a single flavour?
Well, he
Can
wants to
just
know
use
if you
it as
can single flavor it.
caramel mocha,
Mm.
or should he put something else with it to make it more mocha? I'm not the best person to ask. I hate coffee.
I've never tried it, but anytime I touch anything like that, I tend to put a cream.
I'm just looking at my notes now. If I remember right, I didn't think it was great as a single flavor, but I'll just double check.
Yeah, when I'm going after that flavor profile, I tend to put creams in there.
I'd probably add some more caramel to it. You know,
I can't do coffee, so
that's what I'm saying. That's why I'd add more caramel, try to kill that mocha part. You know,
yeah.
I love my coffees.
I just don't like coffee drinks, so coffee vapes is even worse.
I love coffee drinks. I just don't do well on.
Well, that's the thing. Is like I thought I'd push myself out of my comfort zone and got some TPA peanut. Is it DX?
Mm-hmm.
Peanut butter DX, because in real life, if I smell peanut butter, I throw up. I literally start retching as soon as I smell it. Open it in.
Well, don't have a Reese's cup. It's fucking awful.
Now, I smelled that.
Stop that.
It did start making me go a little bit.
I love Reese's cups.
I'm determined to have a go at vaping it, though.
Oh.
See if I can get over the smell. This is like follow your nose. I'm going to be vaping it like that.
They're so salty, it's unbelievable.
Graham Maverly wants a black coffee with a hint of Bill's nuts. I'll not even comment on it.
Mr. Anderson, I've just checked my notes now for the Vape Train Caramel Mocha. It didn't sit very well with my taste buds at all. It actually needed a lot more elements for me, at least. You know, a decent coffee, as well as the chocolate and the dairy, and the caramel could have done with a little bit of going up as well. But give it a try on its own. Start her off at about 1% as a single flavor and see how it tastes to you.
Frank's just come in. Let us know in chat how you found you got sent 3 flavors. Put them in order of your favorites there was two of Nick's, the caramel custard, Caramac custard, the Nick Brosier custard, and the golden nuggets. Which ones did you prefer? Just a little bit of competition with Nick, seeing he's
Yeah, he's just put in that he's just changed 3 calories on 3 tanks, and the juice in all of them have become overly sweet.
Yeah, that'll because you're mixing Nick's juices.
Yeah.
Like I'm saying, that try Innerwear a peanut.
Well, this is the first peanut I'm going to try. It was recommended by Zippy for us, so I'm going to try that. I don't know what to mix it with. I might just mix her fudge up. That sounds wrong.
And Nick's having a go at it. He said, that's the only nuts you don't like near your face, mate.
Ian, what's going on?
And Kevin said, apart from everything about it, it was good. So, Uck's saying he's got room for 2 more flavours, must-have flavours from chefs from a cart. Any ideas? Have you picked up the Wonder Flavours caramel?
Yeah, the salted caramel.
Yeah, and also
The licorice, the new Wonder Flavours licorice, because that's nice up his profile.
Yeah, he would do, yeah, because he likes that liquor. Yes, try that one, get it, jump on that. And what's, well, he only wants 2, so that's 2.
That'll do them.
Yeah.
If they haven't stock. See, I have so much flavor with salted caramel. I won't be ordering salted caramel for the next 35 years. And by then I'll be 101. So I don't know.
Why we got a dab? I'm too old to dab. Viking Bear.
Frank Snowman said yes, well, after Graham asked him.
Yeah, that doesn't bode well. Rocky Tooney's put it in best mocha 0.5 mf dark chocolate plus 0.5 SSA mocha coffee. So if you want a coffee, give that a try.
Yeah, that's MF. Well, medicine flower. I just worked out that is supposed to be an absolute gorgeous. I have been looking at that dark chocolate because I like my coffee vapes, and that dark chocolate with chili. Yes, Zippy, dark chocolate with chili. She's not in, but if she wants to stay, she mentioned it on Simon's show, and I was just sitting there like that, watching the show like that, going,
"That's mine," is what he said. I was in Zoom with him. That's mine.
Yeah. Dark chocolate and chili is fantastic together,
isn't it?
I also, if I'm making like a chili con carne, I'll also put a little bit of dark chocolate in with that sometimes.
Yeah, well, you're supposed to with chili, and also because
really well.
sheen on the top of the chili.
We missed everything.
Salubrum custard. Stuart wants to know, is salubrum custard any good? He tends to use TFA vanilla custard.
I've avoided salubrum custard. I've got a load of salubrum, but I've avoided the custard.
I've picked it up. I haven't got around to testing it yet.
I don't think I have the salubrum. No, I don't.
It's one of those. Salubrum's one of those kind of flavor houses where there's hardly any notes. There's hardly any reviews on stuff, so a lot of time you can't judge what is. So you're just jumping in blind. And the only reviews I've seen for salubrum custard has not been particularly good, but they've been reviews on say like Rainbow Vapes or another place. So, and you can't judge those.
Yeah,
you really can't judge those.
So Frank's saying, okay, so I've got a really good palate and a good nose. First to smell something I've been cooking for 40 years.
The most accurate for me was the golden nuggets, but only for one puff. After a sip of Coke, every other drag is tasteless for me.
Oh,
don't eat golden nuggets and drink Coke. That's what he's basically saying. Yeah.
So he's got to take a puff, drink some Coke, and then take another puff, and it tastes all right.
I don't know whether
there we go. I can do that. One.
Was he talking about Coke? Cocaine Coke or Coke
Well, he is called Frank the Snowman.
Yeah, that's right.
So Nick's saying, write some then, Graham.
Golden.
I'm still waiting for Nick to bring out the Caramac Nick Rosier.
He wasn't in earlier, so I have picked up some of your one shots, Nick. All right, Tweako. And
Dun, 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 dun.
Manchester Tart, mate. And you're going up against Cocomel, whatever it's called, Supreme. That'll be next week. So I will mix it up. How long are you steeping Manchester Tart? If you put that in there for us in the chat. And how long are you steeping the Alright Tweako? Put that in the chat. If it's 7 days, we're good to go next week.
Graham is saying favorite MTL vape dessert. Hard one as
MTL
most
is
high
for
wattage.
girls, so
MTS for girls.
Well, I have MTL vape some now. I hadn't before, but I can say now I have. I find that I've vaped like usually when it's like if I try Bill's Nuts MTL, I taste the custard. And I don't really taste the nuts as much. If I vape it regular, what I call regular mouth to lung, then I taste the nuts and the custard. So it's difficult. I did a strawberry cheesecake in MTL and basically tasted the cheesecake and not the strawberry. You know, with me, MTL, I seem to lose stuff that isn't dessert. So dessert seems to come out okay. It's the rest of the stuff I don't taste MTLing.
I quite like a grape. Do you know what? I don't like grape on a normal vape, but on a mouth to lung, I don't mind a grape.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know? But on a sub-ohm tank, I'm not really a fan of grape.
Hint, Liam. Have you ever tried MTL on a grape?
No, I've found I tried mouth to lung a while back, and I found I just can't do it anymore. I just don't get any satisfaction from it, no matter what I put in there.
So you can't MTL and you can't grape.
Do you like Mark?
With the grape thing though, I can't even eat candies or sweets or anything like that. They've actually got artificial grape flavoring now, anyway. So,
how about anything that rhymes with grape? Is that all right, or does that basically kind of get you to? Or
so we've got 10 days on his steep for that. So it's going to be after the week after. So I'll give him all 10 days, and we'll do the week after.
I think he did that on purpose. He just doesn't want to hear the bad news so early, so he tried to make it longer.
So Frank Sommer saying that next is Nick Brosier, which was a bit generic. Couldn't really distinguish what it was. The best one was Caramac, but was really intense, reminding me of Pitache, which is 30% flavour. So, and Nick says he'll take that.
Yeah, I think the wattage changes a lot of stuff. MTL is, I think to me, and this is all personal preference, definitely, because there's a lot of people who really love MTL. MTL is probably, especially if you try to mix a lot of stuff in an MTL, I don't think you get as much of it because it doesn't seem as full. And because you're not getting the higher wattage, some stuff you have to have a higher to get it out, you know.
I quite like mouth to lung. It's got to be tobaccos for me. I definitely like a tobacco vape on a mouth to lung.
Yeah, because then it's kind of almost back to you got a tobacco with like a draw off a, So, you know, I could see that, you know.
Frank Stormer saying the believes MTL needs to be simple. Most liquid need vape to high wattage to really taste them properly. Yeah, it's simple mix. That's why when originally they were all just one flavour. You know, like a strawberry on your old pods, on your old CE4s. because you couldn't really taste all else.
Yeah, well, that's what I tend to do. That's why the Smurf juice goes into the mouth to lung, and I use that. And I stick quite a high nicotine in there.
Yeah, I picked some DV. What is it up as well?
Yay!
Crystal meth or whatever it's called. Liam Dover says, where can he find Nick's One Shot? There's a link coming up. It's seasoned chefs, and they're called Epic Shots. At Chefs. If you want to try Liam's, they're also in at Chefs. You can also get Liam's. Liam's, yours not on Zip, is it? On theirs, are you?
The Sherlock Holmes ones.
Yes.
Yeah, they're
at Chefs.
Yeah, the Sherlock Holmes are at Chefs as well.
Yeah,
what chefs have done, instead of putting everybody under DIY flavor chaser, they've separated them into their own category.
Yeah, the only problem with that, Frank, trying to overclock the coil to create a higher wattage like a DL, is most of the MTL tanks are so tiny in there for the build that you can't get something in there big enough to really get the higher wattage.
Yeah, if you put a 0.6 ohm coil in or something like that, then you might be. But I use mouth to lung Claptons, and these come out at just over 1 ohm. Take that up. I've done it. I've took it up, forgotten, put it on like 42 watts, just burns coil out.
Yeah.
Just snaps it straight away.
Yeah, that's why you'll find if you go too low as well, because they're smaller tanks.
Yeah.
They're not getting enough airflow going through them to cool the coil down enough, so you'll just end up with burnt cotton and everything else. Well,
yeah.
Yep. You end up with nada. You just can't get the wattage up that high on an MTL tank. I mean, you could now technically for MTL, technically you could take a regular tank and basically you can still MTL this. You don't have to direct lung this just because it's a big tank. You can take it mouth and then to lung. So, but as far as like something that's made MTL, you can't. Yeah.
That might be kind of interesting. There's Disco does a lot of mouth to lung and stuff like that. That she might be good to get on the
if
and talk
you're
about.
Gonna have somebody, that to get her on. If you want to do like an MTL vape show, her MTL is her go-to vape, and
she's a good mixer. So we could chat about that. That might be a good idea for a future show.
Hold up, Nick's going. Just let me play his bumper. He's going out.
Hi Nick, bumper time.
Yep.
Trust me, I know I'm good at this stuff.
We're waiting for the bumper. See, that's the thing is we don't ever know when it's done.
It's done.
It's done.
It's done.
Right, so we do the information. If you do look up at the top, we have got a sponsor, which is Best Cig Liquids. BCL 12 for 12% off up till midnight. If you spend over £10, you will get either a free short fill or a free easy mix. So go over, have a look. You could get a free bottle of juice if you spend over £10. Links up there. Best Cig Liquid. Go check him out. He has been kind enough to give us a little Yorkshireman's handshake. The rules I will play for you now. We'll go through the rules if I can find them.
And abide by the rules.
Abide by the rules. So, open to UK residents only. That is mainland. Unfortunately, with everything that's going on, you can't send it out. So, yeah, it's a little bit hard to send. It costs absolute fortune. So, only UK residents only. Casters say is final. Free to enter. It doesn't cost you a penny to enter. It is free. And also, people do have a life away from this. He has got business that he does first. He gets their orders out first, then goes on to everybody else's. So do bear with him. Don't be bombarding us with messages after like 2 days to say, why haven't you got your handshake? Do give us a little bit of time. Obviously, if you haven't heard out in a week and a bit, then obviously drop us a message and we'll chase it up. But don't be bombarding us every 5 minutes. Also, if you don't want to wait,
don't enter.
So yeah, and that is it. So we will come back to the show. I can't find show now. Show. Right, so if you would like to enter, Graham will tell you what you can get.
Will I? Oh, okay.
Yeah, well, I don't know. He talks to you.
Hang on. I've got to put my glasses on now because I changed the font to very small.
So this is what you need to put in.
We're giving away 100 mils short fill from the website to 2 winners. So any short fill from the website. So
2 of them.
if you do win and send us the information, include the PG-VG ratio and what Nick you want. They're all on the left-hand side of the website. So just use that kind of configuration kind of thing, and then just send them to me.
Hooked on Funk is asking if you can pay it forward.
Can you
No,
pivot?
you can't pivot.
I don't know. It's up to Mr. Casters. If you want to pivot, then
Let's pivot this time.
yeah.
Oh, we're gonna
But
pivot.
today, let's
Pivot.
have a piff day.
We'll have a piff day then. Yeah. So if you put that in, Bill's nuts. Type it only once, only in small letters, please.
Once we know who you're trying to pivot to, then we'll let you know whether you can. pivot.
Yeah. So yeah, like I say, Andy's good enough to sponsor this show week in, week out. So do go over and show him some love. Like I say, I got a load of stuff from him over there. I got 3, and obviously put me lemon curd in to try that out. Lemon jizz is really, really nice. I do like lemon jizz. Also, if you want to try out some of his neck tobaccos, I do use them. So go check them out. He has got quite a lot of choice on there. So yeah, go show him some love and show him a bit of support, because obviously he does this week in, week out.
I rang him this week.
Yeah, Graham Mabley, yes, if you won last week, you can't enter this week. Thank you very much for reminding us. I need to start writing this down. Thank you very much for being honest, mate. Much appreciated.
Yeah, I rang him this week.
And he retracted it.
Yeah. Trying to remind
That's
us.
good. I'm entering anyhow.
So yeah, if you do want to be entered, do type in Bill's nuts. Type it only once. We have got 2 lucky people.
And while you're doing it, typing it in, I'll sit here. And
Yeah, I think this is week 3 for you. So you can enter next week, which you'll be fine for next week. Have you seen there's a new app come out on Vape Tool app? It's called.
Vape tool that's been out for a while on Android.
I tell you what, it must be on Android, because, like I say, you can't get it on. What is it?
I believe there's a coil building app now on the Apple Store.
That's it. Yeah, mate, because he hadn't been on here, mate. Tell you what it's called. If I can find it. Vape Toolbox app. That's what it's called.
it builds coils for you.
I think it's got everything on it. It's got coil building, so you can do your wires and that lot. But it's also got a vape calculator on it as well.
Yeah.
For your e-liquids.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I used the one for like Ohm's law. Yeah. And stuff of that nature, but really
is that steam engine, Bill?
I don't really.
Last time I looked at that was gone. The steamengine.org.
Oh, right, okay.
I don't think it's around anymore.
What on where?
Without or mistype the web address.
Matter of fact, I take that back. I don't even have it on this phone. I switched phones here a few months back and never put it on the new one because I pretty much had figured it out by then.
I normally use Vape Tool on Android.
I just don't. I can't get used to apps and the stuff. I'm just thumbs.
Yeah, it's still up, Graham. Steam engine's still up on web.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't when I last looked.
Yeah, just put Steam
Because
engine.
I thought I'd have a go at doing coils again, and I was just checking out kind of how many wraps I needed and stuff like that. And when it wasn't there, that idea just I can't be bothered
Well, I
now.
can't get out on because I've got Apple, so you can't get out vape related on Apple.
There is one that's just been released on Apple. I was just trying to find what it was called.
It might be on that, but it's like vape toolbox. That's what's just come. Just followed me on Twitter, so I haven't checked it out yet.
You had a tool follow you on Twitter?
Plenty of tools follow me on Twitter. Right, so if you want to enter it, don't forget it's Bill's Nuts. I will draw it in like a minute, so it's your final countdown. It's a final countdown.
Liam Frank says that he's enjoying crackers.
Winky face.
Thank you, Frank. I was hoping that one would actually come through for you decently on mouth to lung. Just found that iPhone coil building app. Apparently it is called Blend Styles ResCalc.
All right. Oh. I'll have to have a look at that. Yeah, just do a bookmark. Yeah, I just type it in. It's just type steam engine vape if I want to use it. And Graham Abley says, don't have a PC LR nightmare on the phone. What's the vape community calculator like on the phone?
It's really good. I don't have any issues with it. The only thing I find when I'm creating a recipe is copying and pasting your notes from ELR to the vape community calculator can be a little bit long-winded because people are just used to highlighting and then clicking on to highlight and then click and paste. You have to go into your clipboard to actually retrieve it. But other than that, it works great.
So you might want to try that, Graham. Try that one instead. Right, we're going to draw this now. So roll it. And it's Kevin Reed. How's that come up as Kevin Reed? Did you enter?
Yeah, I saw Kevin enter.
Yeah, that's it right there, Graham, the vaping community.
So, yeah.
Oh,
So Kevin Reed, send your details to that one. So well done.
it's a choice of short fills, the PG and VG ratio, and how much nick you want in it.
Yeah. So well done, Kevin. The second one, we will roll it now.
Congrats, Creed.
And it's Steve Nichols.
Congrats.
Congratulations. So that are the
The
two
chat
winners.
is really slow. I'm waiting for it to come up. There it is.
There it is. St. Nicholas. St. Nicholas. Yeah.
There we go.
Um,
I love having a domain name. I can stick anything in front of that reality. UK.
It was any short, Phil, wasn't it, Graham?
Yeah, it's any short film. Yeah. I can stick I hate you in front of it. It'll still get to me.
Well done,
And I have
Nichols.
done-
Congratulations.
Start sending my emails to I hate you, Grant, netreality.
Well, that's what I really enjoyed about the one we were giving away those mixes, Nick's and my mix, when it said the golden nuggets, only choose golden nuggets at.
So Graham, you need to make a spreadsheet. Can you do a spreadsheet and put Steve Nichols down and Kevin Reed? So you can't enter for, we'll make 3 weeks. So you can't.
Oh,
enter for the
no,
next-
I'm not that organized. I can make spreadsheets. And then I can lose spreadsheets within my spreadsheets
See,
because
I write stuff down
I've
and
got
I lose it,
spreadsheets
so-
all over the place, and it doesn't really matter.
It just gives other people a chance, that's all. Because sometimes Nightbot has a tendency to pick the same person out every week.
And if they do, allow them to pivot if they're decent people.
If they're decent people.
Work with the guilt. Work with the guilt.
Polar Blast is nasty, Zip is saying. I've got some Polar Blast. I haven't tried it.
I know I'd like Polar Blast. If you use it low, you can actually get the cold hit at the end of the vape and get nothing at the beginning and just get it at the end. That's the reason why I use it. And also with mint vapes, it puts a kind of a roundness on it.
Cheers, Kevin. Said he won't enter till May.
Till May. I'm giving up entering juice.
Yeah, I saw you saying that with Mick, that you don't vape it. So, right, so we are coming up to that time. It is 25. That's flown. It's gone again really, really quickly. Really, really quickly. So, thank you very much for joining us. We will go around and say goodbye. Eyes OGA on tonight.
Yep, we are live at midnight GMT.
So if you want someone to watch in between there and midnight, go over and see Chuck Meister. He's casting now, so go over and show him some love. Drop into his chat and just say hello to him. Also check out OGA at 12 o'clock tonight. So yeah, we will go around and say goodbye. We will start with the chair, Mr. Mango himself.
So long. Farewell. Adios. Toodaloo. Is that enough?
Is that it?
I'll throw it to Graham.
I feel like I've been drinking too much now.
No, Graham, when you start going, I'll review, then
Yes.
you're too
I got
much.
plenty of paper. Hi, chat. It's yours, Graham.
Okay. Thanks, chat. Catch us over on Monkey on Juice. If you not join and post your recipes. Ask any questions that you want. It's basically Monkey on Juice is the yin and yang. No, that's the wrong one. To this show. So, and we can bring stuff in from the group into the whiskey.
Words. What he's trying to say is join Monkey on Juice.
Yeah.
You will get him on there. You will be able to find some mixing stuff on there. Also,
You will find me sober during the week.
well, no, you find
the
him
hours
sober.
of 6 and 9.
yeah, between 6, probably about 6 and 9, you might find him sober. So yeah, go over and join Monkey on Juice. That's what he's trying to say.
There's a go and search for Amatorium. At the end of this month, I'm releasing a juice line. Well, juice line, 3 juices to start with, and then 1 a month for the rest of the year.
Hook just put the link in.
Well, Hook's put the kind of the domain name up. I'm dead excited over it. Really excited over it. Nervous in hell. Stressed to. I'm going to turn into Bobo. Stressed as fuck.
Cheers, Graham. Cheers up for dropping that in.
You can catch us over there. I'll pass it over to Liam.
Thanks, chat. Been a great show as always. Thanks to the fellow casters for making this so entertaining as well, especially Graham when he's been drinking. You can catch
I'm glad
me.
the show's ending. I'm getting to that stage.
We know this.
You can find me on most of the DIY mixing groups if you want a hand, or I'm also on Monkey on Juice as well as a mod, or is it admin? It's one of those two. So you can catch me on there as well if you need any help with anything. If I can help, I will. You can also find my one shots. Most of them have been topped up now at Twisted Imagination at Chef's Flavors, and they have all been put back into stock on Sherlock Ohms at Chef's, and you can also catch me on DIYFlavorchaser.com.
Oh, yeah, I almost forgot. You can find me in the ladies' room at most truck stops.
Yeah, and there's another thing is on the late night vape show on Sunday. That's where I'm revealing the flavors. So if you pop over there on that's when you get to see the flavors I'm putting out.
Yeah,
Benny.
Thanks. Liam, I'm finished.
You can also find me. You can also find me on the Homegrown Alchemy YouTube channel on a Wednesday evening, most Wednesdays at midnight, and on the Vaping Community Show on a Saturday at 11 p.m. And over to you, Benny.
Thank you very much. So yeah, so whatever Graham's saying, he's getting to that point where we just ignore him now. So thank you everybody for joining us. Thank you very much for the Spanners for putting everything in chat for us. Thank you very much for you joining us and joining in the chat. Without you, it wouldn't be a show. We'd be just talking to Graham, watching him getting pissed. So thank you very much for joining us. You can find us there next week on Wednesday night, same time, same place. Do check out all the one-shots that are coming up when it's listed on Nightbot, Nick's, Zippy's, and also you can get Tam's over there. There's a few over there. Go check them out, show them some love. Also, show some love to our sponsor, Best E-liquid. Like I say, 12% off. You spend over £10 and you can get a free Easy Mix or short fill. He sponsors every week, so do show him some love if you can. Say what he's got. He's got some cracking flavours over there. See Gray and Liam later on at 12 o'clock on OGA, and see Bill on Sunday night on Late Night Vape Show, and see what Graham's releasing for his new, because he's already put one out, which is the Pocket, Lemon Pocket, so see what else he's going to be putting out. So thank you very much for joining us, and we'll see you next week. So bye for now.
Bye.
Bye.